Well, good morning. Welcome back to another day in paradise. It is 49 degrees and it is cold. And I left my jacket in the van again. 7:05. See, I got a repair and 3 membership visits. Membership visits are basically just system checks, when we don't do per se maintenances or PMs, well, it kind of is, it's just, we'll go like during heating season, like right now, if it's a furnace, we'll check everything, make sure your flame sensor's clean, it's firing right up, the basics. And if you have a heat pump, because here in the, let's see, call it Midwest? No, Mideast, Central, not even, it's like Mideast, because we're in the eastern side of the US. It is more of a heat pump or furnace situation. We rarely see boilers here in my area. We do see them sometimes, but we don't work on them. We don't have the expertise to work on them. So right now we're heading to the shop to pick up our helper, if we have one today, and I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so what we have here is a Goodman 90% furnace. This is part of a system check that we do where I work at. Basically all that means is we will check the furnace, make sure what condition it's in, change the filter if the customer gives us a filter. We will pull amperage draws on both inducer and blower motor, check the capacitor on the blower motor if it has one. If not, check the amperage for an ECM motor. Right here you can see me taking pictures of the flames coming out of the burners. We have to show proof on our invoices of everything that we do. So that involves me taking lots of pictures, lots of videos, taking pictures of amperage draws on the inducer motor in this case. Quick fact, if you guys don't know, if you're barely starting to get into your first winter, on the top of the inducer motor there's going to be a label that has your amperage draws and the ranges it needs to be. In this case, I believe it was 0.75 amps. My meter was reading 0.5 amps. Obviously, as you can see, my meter is not the highest quality meter there is, but it works. It was in range. It's fine. This furnace is 1 year old. It was installed last year, and as you can see, it's running perfectly fine. I took a picture of the amperage reading on the blower motor, which was a ECM motor. I'm not a big fan of ECM motors, but it's what everybody's going into nowadays, which is fine. I understand, different speeds and higher efficiencies is what it is. We have to, they're the future, they're here to stay, we've got to use them. So it's a basic, simple system check. There's nothing else to do other than, like I said, check the flame, make sure it's not going all over the place and hitting rollout switch. We check the filters, check amperage draws. If it's a 90% furnace, make sure it's draining properly. In this case, there's a condo pump, and it was going straight into the condo pump and pumped into a sub pump, which is up to code. Didn't have to check the flame sensor and igniter because obviously it's brand new. It was running. Customer has been running it for the past 2 weeks and hasn't had an issue. Goodmans are not too bad. I enjoy working on them. I believe they're very simple, very easy to fix and maintain. Many people don't like them. Goodmans are pretty decent. That's pretty much all I have for a furnace inspection. Keep an eye out for a heat pump inspection, which in this case pretty similar. Pretty similar for a heat pump. All you have to do for a heat pump is, check emergency heat and check your outdoor amperages on your motor, compressor, and your capacitor. Just a couple extra steps on a heat pump. You can see me struggling with those stupid doors on those media cabinet filters. For some reason, I just couldn't get it in. That's what she said. But I don't know what was going on. Turns out the clip on where it goes into a little slot, it was pretty bent. So I had to bend it back out and make sure it closed. But other than that, this is a system check for a furnace. So we're headed back to the house now. It is 4:19. It's time to go home, eat dinner, shower, hang out with the family, and basically wake up and do it again tomorrow.